What's that? Sure. The question was, do we risk, I think, disappointing consumers by adding, making it more fuel efficient and making it more attractive for people to buy, and then they feel that the car wheezes because it doesn't have enough horsepower? And the question is no, because we've thought that through. First, I should say that the previous four-cylinder we were selling at launch and until really just right now has been deemed by most people to be more than sufficient for that vehicle, which is why they've bought it in such large numbers, because it represents a larger portion of our sales on that vehicle. With that said, when we introduced the GDI engine, we did see an opportunity to address that very question for those consumers that say, I'm going to load up this vehicle, it's got a four-cylinder engine, will it have enough power to satisfy me? And that's why, in addition to increasing by 3 miles per gallon, which is pretty dramatic in 1 year, we also increased it by approximately 18 horsepower. So, you're looking at, Steve, correct me if I'm wrong, is it 189 horsepower now, the new? Is it? 194. 194 horsepower on a four-cylinder with 32 miles per gallon. It wasn't too long ago in our industry that you got 194 horsepower with a six-cylinder engine. So, yes. So we think that the consumers will be more than pleased. Yes, sir.
The short answer is, yeah, Peter Schreier's we're all excited about roadsters and convertibles, and there's a lot of open-top opportunities, and quite frankly, we look at it on a regular basis. But the fact of the matter is that there's about 135,000 convertibles that are sold every year in the U.S., and that's down about 50% from where it was a couple years ago. It's a combination of factors. You've got a big drop-off in discretionary spending because of the economy, because of housing, a lot of other factors. But in terms of the brand, in terms of where we want to go, to your point about the demographics, et cetera, it's an alluring product for the franchise. And we look at it, there's a lot of opportunities, there's a lot of fresh open-top concepts that we think about all the time. Peter Schreier is infatuated with a two-seat open-top roadster, but I mean, let's remind folks, they sold 6,000 Miatas last year. And it's a very difficult business case to put hundreds of millions of dollars into a program to sell 6,000 or 7,000 cars in the States. And to get the car to pencil around the world, you need every market, Europe, China, Australia, everybody has to chip in. All in, you simply can't get the volume to make a program like that pencil at this point. But having said that, it's certainly a very powerful product and brand impact. And so we get the message, we're with you. And we're car guys, we dig open-top cars, and we look at it on a regular basis. And I think Peter Schreier was quoted recently in an article in Car Magazine where he said, he brings this up in every meeting. And I can tell you in our meetings with him, that's fact. Every time you meet the man, he brings it up and he makes it clear that he wants it, the brand needs it, and so we look at it. And the short answer is that we'd love to have it, we're going to continue to look at it, but at this point, we don't have anything to announce. Do you know how many Altima coupes they sell and Accord coupes they sell and the development cost? I mean, don't get me wrong, the car would look great, without question. But the problem is, for us, we're focusing on, to Adam's point, the big segments, the big fish. And our push is D segment, C segment, and CUVs. That's where the opportunity is. And I mean, let me be clear. If we honestly look at the business case of a two-door Optima, and the volume opportunity is there, the demographic is there, the business case makes sense, we're going to pull the trigger. But at this point, I mean, we've got there's a lot of things that are brewing here. I mean, we've got the factory, we've got the Optima. We're up 48% in a very short period of time. There's a lot of activity, and to put another program into the hopper, it better be worthwhile. Volume, brand, that's our point of view, I think.
Anything else? Anybody else? No? Okay. Well, thank you again for having us here today. We really appreciate it. We will stay around if anybody has any questions that they want to catch up with us on, and we hope that you enjoy driving the Optima Hybrid, and again, thanks for your time. Okay.
Adam, Steve, thank you both for being a part of this. Once again, congratulations for Kia, the increase in volume, the quality, the excitement. And, you know, when you do a Super Bowl commercial, it has to be hot. And, you know, I have to tell you about my affinity with the hip-hop hamsters. In my other life, I was a television producer at BET, and I created their rap show. So that was back in the day when, and you chose, with This and That, you chose a song that was hip-hop but was still clean. I remember those days, so I appreciate that a lot. So let's give a big hand one more time to Steve and Adam and the folks with Kia for presenting today.